Alright you guys, welcome back once again to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to do a reaction to an animated film. I'm not sure if it's a horror film or if it's just another type of story, but this one here, I've had it saved on my watch later list. This is called Metanoia, okay, and I had to look up the meaning for this word. So for those of you who are not familiar with this word, Metanoia, it basically means like a change of mind, like a psychological or psychotic sort of change or positive change, going through sort of like a breakdown, right? So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of symbolism in this one here, and I really am excited for this one because I cannot wait to see the animation and how it is portrayed here, the story and all of that. So but yeah, for those of you who don't know what that means, that's what the meaning of this word is. And so again, I am expecting symbolism here. I'm expecting a lot of deep meanings, and I'm really gonna have to sit back and pay attention on this one because I don't want to be lost throughout the film here. So I think this is like very inspired too by anime, or yeah, more like anime, because it looks like it, judging by the thumbnail. The animation, right, sort of looks like that style. So definitely expecting some anime elements in here, or storytelling elements, or like dialogue, anything that you see in the anime style films or cartoons or whatever, or shows. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this here. This one here is by Remo Scherer Chalchi Films. Okay, hopefully I did not butcher that. I'm sorry if I did. But if you guys want to follow their channel, I will post the link for this video down below. You guys can click on that link in the description, and then you can head to their channel and give them a follow, and of course a subscribe and a thumbs up on this video, because I'm sure it's going to be great. And of course, you guys, don't forget to give this one either a thumbs up after watching it, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For those of you who have subscribed and who are followed, thank you so much once again, you guys. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys for following and for supporting. Let's get to those 500 subscribers. I know it's a really low number, but I know we can get to it little by little. All right, thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and jump right into this and check this out. Put the volume down just a little bit. Okay, yeah, this is definitely looks like a little bit of anime type of animation, or of style, the art style. Teeny bit. Oh, that's disgusting. Did it eat the cat? Oh no! It's just pulling everything in. Oh my god. What? Wow. It's taking everybody. himself, right? I like how he kind of lost his balance there. That was good. Oh, that's more. Wow. Oh wow, it became him. It's himself staring. It's him staring at himself. Guessing that's it. Jeez. Okay, good job, you guys. Okay, I definitely got to talk about some things here. This was really good. Good job, you guys. Very well done. Alright, you guys. There you have it. That was Metanoia. So the symbolism here, I definitely caught a lot of it here, especially towards the end of the film. So we first begin with this guy in his home, right? It looks like an apartment, with his wife, right? Just chilling, having probably a chill, early morning, relaxing morning, and he's watching TV, and we get this fly that lands on him and stands on him there, right? And so what happens is right after he tries to smack this fly or whatever, it merges into his body. Okay, and becomes this goo. Almost reminded me of oh gosh, what's the character from the Batman series, right? The Batman cartoons. I can't even think of his name right now. It's a simple word, but there's a character that really reminds me of, or even the Blob, or something just like a gooey monster, right? It definitely reminded me of something like that. Even Muck from Pokemon, right? Or Clayface, there we go, right? That's the monster from the Batman, or the Clayface. So definitely reminded me of some of those characters. But we get this thing becoming something like that, and then first it starts with the cat. That's the first victim, right? The guy's petting his cat, and then we get this thing that sort of starts to cling onto the cat, and it consumes the cat, right? And then of course his wife gives him her morning kiss, right, in the cheek, and this thing almost tries to get her, right, consume her, but fails, right, because she pulls away immediately. But then eventually, as he realizes this thing growing on his face, he begins to panic and freaks out like anyone would. And this thing tries to just absorb anything it touches. It grabs a plant, right, tries to take in the plant, and the guy's just starting to stumble around his house, eventually making his way out. Looks like a balcony area or something. And his girlfriend tries to go and find out what's going on, and unfortunately it consumes her as well, right? So it eventually cuts to where this thing is now absorbing all these people in the city. You just see them floating, gravitating towards this thing that's now gigantic, right? Walking around the city, right? Just gigantic, like Godzilla level or something. And so this thing is just going around now, growing bigger and bigger because it's consuming things. And so we finally see this thing in a deserted area, where almost the symbolism there, to me, as soon as I saw that scene, I thought about you sort of going through a change. Now I know the word metanoia means a positive change, a spiritual growth kind of thing, or change of mind, right? As to be more exact. But from what I saw, judging by the animation here, or by the sequence of events, I saw this man, kind of going into a negative change, where he was taking everybody down with him, affecting people around him, if that makes sense. Because from what I saw is his wife being consumed, and of course, being terrified as she was being consumed. That was not a positive change to me. I think it was a very negative, and I know that down below in the description it says that when you're going through a change, the animator says that it might seem negative at first, right? Because you don't understand it, but then eventually you begin to comprehend why all these things are happening, and then eventually you realize you wanted that change, which is in the end positive, right? But from what I saw is that this thing was just consuming everybody and killing everybody as it was growing itself, right? And then finally, again, it's in the desert, and the man is somehow there, the man who it originally attached to from the fly. So it was a little bit of confusion going on there. I don't know if he was really there or what was happening in that part. I think it is definitely symbolic there, what was happening, but from what I saw just visually there, the man was in the desert with that thing, right? Kind of like meeting up with him there or waiting for him. Or the monster runs into him, and he's just there standing in the desert. And eventually he pulls out his hand, and the monster, pulls out its hand as well, or pulls out one of its tentacles or whatever it is, and forms into a hand, and then he grabs the man, right? We see the man climbing up the hand, and then he pulls him up to his face. The monster pulls the man up to his face, and then it morphs into the man's face that it's looking at. So it's like a mirror, right? He's like looking at himself. The monster starts to morph its face into the man's face, and so right there it cuts off. So from what I understood here is that he was looking at him like his own doing at the end. This might definitely be a totally different take from what the animator intended or what the storyteller intended, but from what I understood, if I did not read the description or the comments, if I was just looking at like the story itself, right, blindfolded, and not even the title of this video, I would immediately assume that this monster was a symbolism for the wrongdoing of a man, right? And so eventually he consumed everybody that loved him. He consumed people around him that didn't even know him. And eventually he noticed like he was doing all this to himself, and he realized all he was becoming in the end by just staring at a reflection of himself, of what he has become. So again, this monster, it looked more like a negative change rather than a positive change. Okay, so that was what I thought. Maybe I'm just missing a couple things here. Maybe I need to look a little deeper. But I did also read some people saying they were confused what the story was even about, and I can see that. I can see that because if we didn't have that word metanoia, we would have something else to think about. I think it would be definitely a wrongdoing, and what you are doing towards the people you love. What harm are you causing them? And in the end, what are you becoming? Right, the individual that's causing the harm. What are they becoming? Or So I just thought about like that. What did you guys think? Just by watching this story here, I think the animation was great. By the way, the storytelling was good. I loved everything. There was no dialogue, but I love that like there was. Well, I mean, his girlfriend did say like hello, right? I think something like that. But that was pretty much it. And then everybody else was just screaming and all that, right? So, but there was like little to no dialogue in here, and it was still understandable what was happening from moment to moment. But just the overall message is what it's what I understood was definitely outside of a positive change. I understood it more of a negative change. But I can see how this, also it relates to a changing of mind, a changing of, recognizing your own doings in the end. So definitely connected to metanoia. I'm not saying it did not, but it definitely was not a positive thing to me overall. I think, the positive thing, if I do, see something, if I were to mention it, it was definitely at the end, I guess I would say, I'm coming to think of it, that where he was looking at his wrongdoings, he recognizes what he did and what he has become. That would probably be the positive thing, and then from there it would change his mind, right? So, I don't know. That's what I thought, you guys. Let me know what you thought down below. And thank you guys so much for watching this with me. I know you guys want to get out there and enjoy your day, for those of you who are watching this video. So as soon as you're done watching, get outside, you guys. It's a beautiful day out there, and it's not that hot today. So definitely go out and take advantage of the sun right now that it's out. So thank you guys so much for watching this with me. And also, I appreciate the comments. Thank you guys for also watching the speed drawings. I work really hard on those, and I work really hard on editing and all of that. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And of course, I make them as short as I possibly can without cutting too much out. So thank you so much, you guys. Leave your comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe in the video. And sorry for the long outro. I will be gone now.